Tigers in the hunt for pitching help as playoff aspirations grow. As the Detroit Tigers aim to solidify their status as a playoff contender after a nail-biting finish to the 2025 season, the team is clearly not content to sit back and wait for improvements to come from within. With Tarik Skubal at the helm of the rotation and a talented group of young position players, the Tigers have all the pieces to make a serious run. But the front office knows that to compete at the highest level, they need to bolster their pitching staff. Rumors are swirling that the Tigers are on the lookout for at least one, if not two, starting pitchers to support Skubal. This is exactly what a team with World Series aspirations should be doing. According to reports, one name that has popped up in discussions is Michael King, who has a strong track record that includes finishing 7th in Cy Young voting in 2024 with a 2.95 ERA over 30 starts. His 2025 season, however, was marred by injuries, limiting him to just 15 starts and a 3.44 ERA. Now, here's where it gets interesting for Tigers fans. King declined a lucrative $15 million option with the Padres and also passed on a $22 million qualifying offer, indicating he's looking for a long-term deal. This means that if the Tigers want to bring him on board, they'll need to offer a contract that exceeds $22 million per year. Given his injury history, is this the risk the Tigers should take? In my opinion, the potential rewards could outweigh the risks. A healthy King could provide the type of stability and performance that the Tigers need in their rotation. However, it's vital that the front office carefully assesses his injury history and overall value to the team. Fans, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the Tigers should go all in on King, or should they explore other options? Comment Go Detroit Tigers in the comments. As we gear up for what could be an exciting offseason, let's discuss the future of our beloved team. Where do you think the Tigers should focus their efforts? And if you're a fan from the Motor City or anywhere else, drop your city name and your take on the Tigers' direction in the comments below. Tigers, I'm Michael King as potential addition to rotation. The Detroit Tigers are looking to bolster their pitching staff by expressing interest in free agent starter Michael King, according to reports. This is exciting news for us Tigers fans because King has the potential to be a game changer for the rotation. However, he's also being pursued by teams like the Chicago Cubs and the Toronto Blue Jays, although the latter two might not be serious contenders anymore. With Toronto having recently secured Cody Ponce for a 3-year deal and Miami focusing on infield and bullpen needs, the competition may not be as fierce as it seems. For those who might not be well-versed in King's recent performance, he had a rough season last year, limited to just 15 starts due to a nerve issue in his throwing shoulder that kept him out for 2.5 months. He also faced a brief stint on the injured list with knee inflammation. When he returned in September, he struggled, giving up 10 runs in just over 15 innings. That inconsistency raises some eyebrows, doesn't it? Comment Go Detroit Tigers if you're excited about the potential of King joining our team. Despite his injury struggles, when fully healthy, King is one of the premier pitchers in Major League Baseball. He finished 7th in NL Cy Young voting in 2024 and posted an impressive 2.95 ERA across 173 and 2/3 innings during his first full season as a starter. Before his injury this past season, he was even better with a sparkling 2.59 ERA and a 28% strikeout rate over 10 appearances. This shows that if the Tigers can get King back to form, he could be a key asset in the rotation. Currently, the Tigers are in desperate need of starting and relief pitching, especially since they lack a clear number 2 starter behind Tarik Skubal. Reese Olson was expected to step into that role, but he missed the last 2 months of 2025 due to a shoulder strain. It's a bit of a puzzle, isn't it? Jack Flaherty is back after exercising his $20 million player option, but can we rely on him consistently? Casey Mize has shown promise, but seems more suited to a number 3 or high-end 4th starter role, rather than behind Skubal in a playoff scenario. With Jackson Jobe recovering from Tommy John surgery, we really need to consider our options carefully. Right now, rookie righty Troy Melton, who pitched out of the MLB bullpen towards the end of the season, is likely the 5th starter if the season started tomorrow. But let's be honest, we need more than that. Cater Montero and Sawyer Gipson-Long are part of a thin pool of depth arms, and we all know that teams use more than 5 starters throughout the season. So, adding at least 1 or 2 solid pitchers is a must for the Tigers to safeguard against injuries and ensure we have a competitive rotation. What do you think, Tigers fans? Are you excited about the possibility of adding Michael King to our roster? Or do you think we should look at other options? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, including what city you're representing. Go Detroit Tigers. Tigers eye superstar Ketel Marte to elevate roster this offseason. As the offseason approaches, the Detroit Tigers find themselves at a crucial juncture. There's a clear need for a game-changing move that can elevate this team from being a fringe contender to a serious force in the American League. Over the past 2 seasons, we've seen glimpses of what this team can do, but ultimately, gaps in the roster have held us back. It's evident that in today's star-driven league, the Tigers are at least one superstar short of competing for a title. One intriguing possibility on the trade market is Arizona Diamondbacks' second baseman Ketel Marte. Yes, you heard that right. Insiders like Bob Nightingale have mentioned that the Diamondbacks are willing to entertain offers for this all-star, and it seems the Tigers could be in a mix. Wouldn't it be something if Detroit could snag a player of Marte's caliber without breaking the bank on a high-priced free agent contract? Marte has been lighting it up on the field, boasting impressive stats, including a B-WAR of 16.1 since 2023 and a staggering 6.8 B-WAR in just 136 games this past season. For a reasonable contract of 6 years and $116.5 million, he's not just a star. He's one of the best values in baseball. But let's be honest, bringing in Marte raises some questions about roster dynamics. Currently, Gleyber Torres is set to hold down second base after accepting his qualifying offer, and top prospect Kevin McGonigal is expected to be the long-term solution at that position. So where would Marte fit in? Would he be open to switching positions? That's a big gamble, especially since he hasn't played anywhere else in the majors. However, his offensive prowess could make it worth a shot. Just imagine adding that kind of bat, hitting .283 with a .368 on-base percentage and a .519 slugging percentage into the lineup. The potential acquisition of Marte could also mean making tough decisions, possibly even trading Torres. But hey, we're talking about a superstar here. As fans, we need to ask ourselves, is it worth it? The prospect of adding a player of Marte's caliber is undeniably enticing, and if the Diamondbacks are serious about parting ways with him, the Tigers should be all in. As the winter meetings draw closer, it's going to be fascinating to see how this all unfolds. Will the Tigers make a bold move? Are they going to make a play for Marte? Let's keep our eyes peeled on the rumor mill because this could be the kind of splash that transforms the team. Comment, "Go Detroit Tigers" in the comments. What do you think, fans? Should the Tigers pursue Ketel Marte or focus elsewhere? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let us know where you're from and what you believe the Tigers should do this offseason.